So we got a couple pieces on, and the reason we needed a couple pieces of shiplap on is we got our water heater and the electrical disconnect for that. We just want to get those on so we can get those in place, but we are going to continue with our shiplap. Before we continue though, we need to be able to go ahead and get our drywall in the inside hung and then get that taped and mudded. And then as we're finishing our mudding on the drywall, we're going to alternate between shiplap and drywall mudding.
Yeah,
and
so
go ahead.
We're leapfrogging back and forth, right?
Yeah, so we have build schedules, and they go through the process in an efficient way in order for us to accomplish the task in a way that speeds up the build. And so we've got it to a point where during the drywall, we're going to work on our outside because our drywall mud needs time to dry, especially with today. It's cool outside. We got rain. And so that's going to inhibit our drywall from drying quickly like it does in the summer. So to make up that time that we would just be sitting around waiting, we're going to work on our shiplap and get that up. Some of the things that we're going to be looking for in our shiplap is this corner right here. We just want to make sure those corners line up around the trim so that if you're looking at it, it's not all cattywampus. We want it level. We want it the right rise each time and just making it look sharp. That's our goal with the shiplap. They're going to put a little trim piece right here, and they will they'll continue these things, but they won't continue working on shiplap till we get all this hung. We got the students hanging their drywall, working on the ceiling. It's all working out great.
Nelson, so that's a pretty important thing that we teach the students here is if you're not working on one thing, you can be working on another, right?
Right. So part of our goal here at the school is not just to teach you the skills, teach you how to build, but to help you organize, prioritize, and move quickly through things that you need to. And so we want you working efficiently. We want you working quickly. We want you working hard. All that's part of the goals here. All right, we got some drywall being hung here. We got lots of people helping. Some of our students might be a little height challenged, but we still love them. But they're doing great. Teasing Heather. They are awesome. They're doing their best, and I love that. Getting in there, holding up that. But this drywall, it's not easy to hang up on the ceiling. It takes a lot of strength, and it takes height. So if you don't have height, you got to have some ladders. You got to have some stools. And they're working on getting that up there.
No, so this is a great example of, you know, when, in this case, we've got Josh and Emilio. But the thing is, as with other students, I mean, if I'm a student and I'm done with one thing, I can go and help somebody else, right?
Absolutely. Like they get this ceiling hung and they get their walls done, they can go help another team do what they need to do because we're all trying to move together, move efficiently and quickly, helping each other succeed in building these modules. So right now we're working on our schedule. We got about 30 days before the end of the semester, 30 working days that is. And so we're really got to move through this build and then also get our third build done. And so the students are just working hard. They're coming in, they're putting extra hours in. We have that schedule. And like you had pointed out earlier, if they're not working on one thing, they're working on another. And our goal with that is just to keep them moving, keep them progressing so that things are done efficiently. Our goal is helping these buildings to be built to quality standards, but in an efficient manner so that we get the best use of our time is what we're doing so that we're not wasting time. We're not twiddling our thumbs or having to wait for something.
That we're maintaining a sense of urgency, nothing?
Urgency is critical at this time, and all builds have a deadline, and so it's important that you keep that sense of urgency moving throughout that build. If you get lax, you can really fall behind, and so we don't want to do that. And so creating that sense of urgency, recognizing the time frames and putting forth that effort really helps us to be successful in training our students to be the most efficient and effective construction workers they can be.